Hi, welcome back to another one of my videos, and I hope you guys are doing great. I am definitely doing not too bad, not too shabby because things are kind of picking up. And I got this product here that I want to talk about because I don't think I can find anything online in English on YouTube at the moment, and that's the reason why I do my videos because I just want to give anyone who's watching, who may be watching my video, a little bit more information for them to aid them in their purchasing options if they choose to pick up one of these shoes. So yeah, in case you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. As and when I can, I try to put up the videos. Like everyone else, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I just do it as and when I can, and work comes first, and then family takes up all the other time that I have. But yeah, let's just dive right in. I am here in Japan, and I picked up a pair of winter shoes. Basically, I picked up a pair of shoes or boots, from this company called Columbia. Columbia, it's a U.S.-based outdoor brand that has been around for a really long time. And but unfortunately, here in Japan, Columbia, which also distributes other brands like Sorel and a few other outdoor brands, they do have Japanese specific products that are not available in Colombia outside of Japan. And this particular product here, it's one of those products that is only available in Japan for under the Colombia Japan stores. You can't get it anywhere else. So yeah, let's just dive right in. Basically, yeah, I got myself a pair of winter shoes or boots, if you want to call them. And let's just show you guys how it looks like. Yeah, this is how it looks like. It's a pair of waterproof, slip-proof, a winter boot. Why did I want to pick up this boot is because yeah, I was kind of like using like regular Sore boots for a couple of years, like maybe 10 years. I'll talk about that in a different video, but this product is this video is about this shoe. What is this? This is a Sapland boot. I can't remember the name. I got it like a couple of while back. It's called I don't know what is this called. What is the product name? Okay, I'll put out the name here. I got this a while back and I kind of forgot about the name. I was searching for like a winter boot, and I kind of was looking into like insulated puffy boots that quite a few companies was offering. I mean, the most famous one will be the North Face, a insulated boot, which is like this puffed up down boot that everyone seems to be wearing, and that's the most famous brand. And Converse came out with really cool design this year as well. And I was also looking into Montbell, which is a Japanese outdoor brand for this kind of puffy boots. And then yeah, I chanced upon the Columbia website, and they do have their puffy boots as well. Under the if you considering the puffy boots from Columbia, they are under the Yellowtail series of boots. It's all puffed up. This is under the Sapland series of boots, which is slightly different from the Yellowtail puffy boots. Yeah, so this particular boot, I think I have the name right here. I can't really remember. What is it called? Oh yeah, it's called, oh there it is. This pair of boots is called the Sapland 2 Lux WP Omni-Heat Infinity. That's a very long name, but basically if you go on the Columbia Japan website, or you go under the Sapland series, you can see a bunch of these boots that's available there. And I think some of them are available in nylon. I decided to pick up one in a suede. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this product is because there's a lot of winter boots out there, many different kinds of materials and heating properties and whatnot. And the most famous being a Sorel boots, the one with the polar bear. Caribou is the series of boots that most men will wear, but I didn't really want to get another pair of Sorel boots. So this particular boot right here is very special because number one, why I decided to get these boots because of the sole. Yeah, the sole itself. This sole, it's made by Vibram. It's called the Artic Grip non-slip sole. if you don't know about this sole, it's basically the best sole you can get for any winter shoes. Because number one, it provides, it has this proprietary rubber compound that is made exclusively by Vibram, which is the company that makes sole for a lot of boots, shoes, and whatnot. So they definitely know what they're doing. So this particular Artic Grip, it's so amazing that if you wear this on like I don't know, an ice surface in a skate ring or anywhere that has ice, it will reduce the chances of you slipping by like maybe 80% or 90%. But if you're going on this just on your toes, on your heel, yeah, definitely you will slide. But if you have the whole boot down firmly on a block of ice, you will not slip. It provides that grip. So if you don't know about the Artic Grip sole by Vibram, you do a search on YouTube. There's a couple of videos out there and showing you how amazing these soles are. So this is one of the first reasons why I decided to pick up this boot from Sapland. Why Sapland, you might be asking? It's a very Japanese thing because they was trying to link Sapporo, which is a city in Hokkaido, to Portland in a state. I think it's a town, or yeah, it's a town in the States. Because Sapporo and Portland are sister cities, so Sapporo the sap and Portland the port. So that's how the name comes about, Sapland. But if you do a search for like Columbia Sapland, that's a little like a movie that they made, like of two people meeting up, from Sapporo and Portland. It's like a little short film, but that was pretty cool. The other reason why I wanted to get this particular boot is because I don't want to wear like a puffy, laceless shoe, insulated boot like everyone else, and everyone seems to have that fat feet and looks all the same. Either it's at a North Face or any other brand, everyone looks the same. So to me, I'm not a fashion trendsetter, but I'm also not a conformist, so I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. I'm me. I dress the way I want to, and I try to look good and be different. That's how I roll. And initially I was a little bit skeptical because I didn't really like boots with zippers. None of my boots that I ever had a side zip, because I think it's just so like, boot is not supposed to have a side zip. It's just not, it shouldn't be there. But because this boot is so beautiful, and it's in suede. I don't want to get black, it's so boring. It's in suede, and it allows me to take off my boots and put on my boots relatively easily, and even the zippers are weather coated, and on the inside, Columbia has this reflective like gold, what is that, reflective material, which they call it the Omni-Heat Infinity, or Omni-Heat, under the Omni-Heat series, which is supposed to reflect all the heat from your foot back to the inside of the boot, so it keeps your feet really warm. So I have yet to test out these boots. I probably will remove the tags and wear them when it's really cold, and when there's like icy surface. I'll try to see if this really works. But yeah, it's a really nice, nicely designed boot. With what is that? I think this is like Cordura waterproof material on the outside, and everywhere else on the boot it's I think suede, nubuck. Not sure if it's really high quality suede, but these boots are not really that expensive. But if you want one of the best looking non-slip, like a winter boot, yeah, definitely consider picking one of these up. The other version of this boot, which is slightly a little bit cheaper, has it doesn't use suede or leather. I think it's more like a synthetic, fabric. Like I think it's Cordura or something. It's more like a fabric and not a leather. So yeah, very simple video to talk about the boot. There's not a lot to talk about. They are like a traditional metal eyelets at the bottom, and two what is that, speed hooks on towards the top. But once you get the laces done in, because of the side zip, you can kind of relatively put on your boot and remove them with ease. And here in Asia, especially in Japan, when you go to a lot of places, you will be required to remove your footwear. So if you have like a like a very beautiful tall boot that has like 20 eyelets, you're gonna have a problem removing them for in a lot of places, and a lot of establishment, like restaurants, people's houses and whatnot. So yeah, here in Japan, usually people prefer boots or shoes that are you can put them on easily and remove them easily, unless you want to go through the hassle of going through all the laces. Yeah, so very short video. How long am I into the video? I'm like 10, 12 minutes. Yeah, it's a very, very nice boot. You guys should really check it out. Unfortunately, this Sapland series of boots are only available in Japan at the moment. I don't suppose you can get them outside Japan, even though Columbia, it's a US-based company. They don't sell this Sapland beautiful boots in the States. You can only get them in Japan. There are like a whole bunch of sizes, but I think half sizes are almost sold out because when I got these online, I actually went down to HS store and to try one of these boots, but unfortunately I don't live anywhere near a Columbia store that has this particular boot. Usually they are in like big cities like Tokyo and Osaka and whatnot, but I'm in like Nagano in the middle of nowhere. I get farms and mountains and animals running all around, so it's very hard to find a store to try one of these boots. So based on reviews that I read online, they have upgraded the sizing. So this year's sizing might be smaller than a previous year's sizing. So I'm really not sure. So I call out a bunch of different Columbia stores to check with the stuff what is the exact information on the boot, and then I got the information that I collected is to just get true to your feet size. You should be okay because these are boots, so they're made with a little bit more room than a regular like tight-fitting shoe or boot. So I decided to jump on 26.5, which is my size, and it fits like a charm. And in winter, sometimes we wear wool socks or merino socks, or socks with a little bit of thickness than compared to like regular cotton socks in the summer. So you want to kind of like accommodate for that little space. So yeah, I got a 26.5. And everywhere I've searched online have only like a 26 or 27 full sizes, but no half sizes. So yeah, I got lucky. So unzipping the boot itself, I think this might be a YKK zipper. I'm not sure. It's not written anywhere here, but they are weather coated on the outside, and there is a little like a flap on the inside to prevent water and moisture and wind from coming in. So yeah, definitely made for winter. The tongue itself is gusseted up to about the fourth eyelet from the bottom, so it's not a full gusseted boot. The top is speed hooks, 2 speed hooks, and 1 eyelet from the top. There's an opening there, but if you kind of zip it up everywhere, might keep water and snow until half of the boot. I think this might be I don't know, it's like a 6-inch boot, 8-inch boot. No, this is definitely not an inch. This is like a 6-inch boot. Yeah, kind of a little bit like a Timberland boot. Yeah, but it will only be waterproof up to half the boot because the top is not gusseted. And on the top here you have a very soft fabric material, and everywhere else on the inside of the boot, I don't know if you can see, it's just reflective gold material that the Columbia calls them the Omni-Heat Infinity technology. That's supposed to reflect all the heat from your foot back. I tried on these boots in the house for like a while. They're pretty warm, but I don't know if it was gonna keep me warm outside in the cold. And then I have a very, very nice a liner on the inside. What is it? Ortholite liner. It's slightly better than a regular ones. And then on the inside, it's all like the Omni Heat Infinity that covers all this side, but not the bottom. So it has a very what is that? Oh, let me get the inner liner in. I can't get it to fit it in properly. Playing around with the bottom of the boot, like just feeling it. The side, the midsole. I think it's a one solid piece of midsole. It's I don't have like a short meter that Rose Anvil used in his video, so I don't know the hardness of this rubber. But by compressing it with my fingers, it is pretty. I would say not like really hard. Definitely not a 72 short A. Probably like, I don't know. Don't take my word for it. Of like a 30 or 40. It is soft. Provides a very good cushioning, and yeah, the bottom, the Artic Grip by Vibram. Yeah, it just feels different. It's just this proprietary a rubber mix by Vibram that I'm sure based on the videos, this boot would definitely prevent me from slipping when I'm out there. And the last thing you want is to fall and break your bones and fracture a few bones when you step on a really icy and slippery surface, especially like overhead bridges and sidewalks and whatnot. So when considering a winter boot, you might want to consider one with a Vibram Artic Grip sole because they are proven to work. Next best is we'll have like a winter tire treads at the bottom. That would definitely prevent you from slipping. So yeah, 16 minutes into the video, let's talk a little bit more about why I want to get this boot, because I've been wearing like a Soray boot, not the Caribou standard leather, expensive and heavy winter boots that Soray is famous for. But I got the yellow canvas with a a different liner on the inside. I got that boot because I wanted a winter boot to be a little bit more lightweight than a heavy leather boot. So I got that particular pair of boots that I have been wearing for almost like 10 years here in Japan. Usually I try to wear it when it's like really, snowing really heavy, because that boot itself, it's I don't have it here with me. I'm on the second floor of my house. Basically, a Soray boot has a very good insulation when it's brand new. But basically that little thin layer of insulation that you have, it's basically the only cushion you have, because when you remove that liner, the boot itself has a very hard, thin foot bed that is just made of rubber, and it's really thin. So if you're walking around with a Soray boot on like hard asphalt, chances that your feet will hurt if you wear them like the whole day, because they don't provide the best cushioning. But if you're walking around with very thick snow, where the snow is soft at the bottom and you're walking around, it's just basically in the snow, a Soray boot will provide really good warmth. But other than that, don't suppose city slickers will want to wear that boot and walk around every day around town, because your feet is gonna hurt. And I've been using that for almost like 10 years. They're kind of felt material, and the liner itself, it's very thin at the bottom of my foot, and it doesn't breathe properly, so my foot will just sweat in that boot. Because it's a waterproof boot, it doesn't have any pores or any vents to let the heat from my foot escape. So basically I'm wearing, if I wear that boot and go for my son's ice hockey game and sit for 2 hours in a rink, my foot will heat up initially, and the liner will get wet, and then my foot will begin to freeze in that boot. And I really didn't like that, because once I get home and I remove my boot, my socks are all messed up and stinky, and inside the boot smells so bad. Every time I wear it and my foot start to sweat, I gotta remove the liner and wash them and dry them, over the fireplace. So it becomes a hassle. So I was like, yeah, and the cushion is at the bottom of my foot is so thin, it really hurts to walk on hot surfaces. So I decided to go around searching for a better winter boot, and the Converse one was the one that I think it's called I can't remember. It's like this, the what is that? Insulated puffy boots. That's the one that caught my attention first, because it's relatively cheap. The colors are beautiful, and it's a very simple boot. But every other company is making them, and the most famous being the North Face insulated boot, which I kind of don't want to wear that, because I know a lot of people around me wearing it, and most of them are ladies, and some guys are wearing it. I was like, nah. I'm already, not that young. I'm like 40, 42. I want a proper boot, like, yeah. When you're in this age range, you want to wear a nice jacket and shirt and have a nice boot. Men should wear boots, not, like sneakers. Or I mean, I like sneakers, but yeah, I tend to go for a boot if there are given a choice between all other footwear that I have to choose from. I go for a boot. I used to like the Adidas Jake boot, which I think is also a winter style boot, but it's also yeah, it doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles, and it's after all a sneaker brand. So the design, yeah, definitely is nice. I like boots that look like that, but unfortunately Adidas stopped making the Jake boot. So the only other boots that I have to look for are some other brands. And yeah, I do have my favorite, a what is that, a Red Wing, a Iron Rangers, but those boots are not made for winter. So I can wear those and sit, in the middle of winter watching my son's ice hockey game. My feet will freeze. I've tried that before. So yeah, a proper winter boot will probably provide like a really good warmth and the traction. Definitely, that's one thing you have to consider. So yeah, 20, what is that? I'm like 28 minutes, I don't know, 20 minutes into the video. I hope you guys are doing great. This is a rather a short video. I have a couple of videos that I have to do coming up. Yeah, I hope I have more time to do them. In the meantime, thank you so much for checking out my videos. If you want to see more of these boots, if you need to know any more, you want any more information on these boots, you can, DM me or something. I've not wear these on the outside, but I'm sure they'll work pretty well. So this is just a very short overview of the boot. And unfortunately, these are only available in Japan at the moment. So if you're in Japan and you want to pick up a pair of nice winter boots, do consider the Columbia Sapland series of boots. They do have these on display in a lot of shops in Tokyo, downtown Tokyo, Osaka. So if you happen to be in one of those cities, please do check them out. So yeah, thank you so much for checking out my videos. I'll see you guys in future videos. Take care. Bye.